Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here, part 2 of the build. Getting our post set, getting our corner post set first. We set our 2 corners, then we'll set our middle post. I'm gonna bring the camera in a little closer so you can see the strings here and see what we got. First thing we did was we marked all our posts on 12 feet. They were 16-foot posts. Marked them on 12, dug our holes 4 foot deep, dropped them in the holes. Now we're coming back, setting our kickers. One this way, one that way. All you need is one, those 2 ways. It can't move. Just setting this plumb, and that'll set this way plumb. We get it set right. We get it cornered up in the strings here. The corner ones are the hardest ones to set because you got 2 strings to go by. Once you get out here, they get a little faster, a little easier. But I'm gonna come grab the camera and show you the strings, show you what the hole looks like, kind of show you how we do it. Okay guys, I've come over to the hole now. You can see here's our hole. We just dug it with post hole diggers. Dug it, 3-4 inches big around, all the way around. Bigger than the actual post. Here's our string going this way. It runs down all the way down. The string runs that way to the other batter board. Anyhow, we set our post right in the corner, as you can see there. Strings are just almost touching it, super close. And then we put our level on it. I use a 6-foot level. We nail our board off here to the post. Drive a stake back here, and once you get it level, nail it off. Same thing over here, nail it off. You want to get it close to level and then check your strings. Because you can get it perfectly level and be an inch away from your strings down here and you have to start all over. So kind of get it close to level. See where your strings are at, and the way I normally do it is I'll take a board or a pry bar and something down low down here like this, and you can pry the bottom of the post over this way, or come the opposite way, come from the side, do it that way. 6-foot pry bar, 6-foot 2x4, whatever you got, and pry the bottoms over. Well, we're going to get to setting the rest of these posts on this side. Oh, let me show you this. That's our 12-foot pencil line right there. And you see on this one, we've gotten a little bit low. So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to pick this post up, get dirt up under it and get it perfect, whatever that is, if that's 3/4 of an inch, I haven't measured it yet, 1 inch, I'm just going to set all the rest of my posts to that height. The eave will be 11'11". It doesn't matter that the eave is not 12 foot exactly. It's never going to matter. So whatever that is, I'll measure that little distance between the string and the line, and that's what I'll set all my posts on. Not that big a deal if it's an inch shorter than it was going to be. We didn't have to have 12-foot eaves for any reason, so 11'11" is not going to make any difference. But thank you for watching, and I'll set the camera up and get some time lapse here of us setting these posts. And then when we get to the trusses and all, I'll come back in and explain what's going on. Thank you. So everything's good there. Now we're coming over to getting the trusses put together. All I did was lay out a couple 2x6s that are going to be used for the roof to kind of work off of. Just get our pitch right. 2 trusses or 2 pieces. We bolt them together in the middle. Very simple. Lay them out, bolt them together. Don't go crazy tight with them yet. Get them loosely bolted. Once I like to get them a little bit more than hand tight, and once I get them up on the building and get everything set, then I can come back and really tighten them up. It seems to work out a lot better that way. I'm going to bring the camera in a little closer so y'all can see what we're doing down here. They're bolted together in the center. We've already got one built right there, see? All I did was laid out 2 of the 2x6s that are for the roof purlins, just to work off of. So we have a little, and right down the dirt. Laid them down, and we just bolt them together. Now, we don't have to go crazy tight with them right here. We want them snug, but I don't like getting everything crazy tight until I've got the trusses up and on the post. That way, if I need to do, you know, a little tweaking, little this, it's not so hard. But that's what it looks like. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Make sure you have your post sits right here. This is upside down. Let me come around. So right here is where your post will sit on each side. This is your overhang. These get bent a little bit when they're being shipped and all that. You just take a hammer, bend that right back out, or a pair of channel locks.
I got them as tight as I can get so you can do the rest.
This is how it goes. There'll be a middle bar right here that connects here over to there. We will go ahead and put those on because those can be a nightmare later to put on. If you wait till you have it up already, those are extremely hard to get on because if your posts are a little wider at the top, that's where it'll show. So put those on, but leave them loose. So put your bottom connector on, but leave it loose. Okay, we're going to get all these built and we'll get back with you. Today we're going to get started setting the trusses on top of the post. Can be a little challenging. They're not crazy heavy, but they are a little heavy once you get them built. They're 16 foot wide, but we're going to be using a lift to help us pick them up. Not necessarily designed for that, but they're not heavy enough to even worry about the lift having any issue with it. So we're going to use the lift to help us pick them up, drill our holes, and we actually bolt all the way through the post. A lot of people will just use lag bolts and go into the post for our trusses. We don't. We drill all the way through them, bolt them, with a bolt coming through, washer on the back side, washer on the front side, and nut a lot stronger that way. Get a lot better hold. So I'm going to set the camera up so you can kind of see what's going on as we do it. I'll come grab the camera in a little bit, get a close-up of us drilling the holes and setting the truss and setting purlins and all that. But let's get started. Just so everybody knows, that's Wayne, that's my dad. My #1 helper here. He's helped a lot with the house and the projects, and he'll get a last minute phone call. Dad, I need help tomorrow. Part of it. But I did want to add a little tip here, something I forgot to do. I should have drilled the posts before I set them. That's what we normally do. I totally forgot. And now we're fighting with drilling the posts that are up. Much easier to drill the posts when they're laying on the ground. Make you a little template, mark your 3 holes, drill them, then set them up, then you put your trusses on, boom, put your bolts in, done. Or if you're using lag screws, you know, you don't have to drill your holes. You can just screw them right up. But the bolts are stronger, better way to go. Definitely drill them on the ground. Way easier. So far we've got 3 of the trusses set. One there, one there, one there. We've got 4 more to go to get to that end. Not so bad. And we will, as soon as we get the last one up, we'll come back setting our purlins. One on the outside first, one up in the middle, one on that outside, making sure we got the same measurement on all 3. But I'll get back with you shortly. Got all the trusses up. We did not get all the purlins up. I hope y'all can see them in the video. We didn't make it through that yesterday. Had to leave for my daughter's volleyball game. But we did get all the trusses up. It was a nightmare having to drill the post after the fact, like I was saying. I did want to say, I don't know if I said this before or not, but I don't put any concrete around the post yet. I dig the holes, I set the poles, I put little kickers on them, you know, and I put probably 6 or 8 inches of dirt around the bottom, probably at the most 6 inches really, just to lock the bottom where it can't move really, and I pack it real tight down in there. Reason being is when you go to set the trusses, if you need to squeeze them in or squeeze them out, whatever you need to do, you can go ahead and set your truss, which gets the top of your post exactly 16 feet apart. If you already have your bottom concreted, you can't move it. Because, you know, nobody's perfect. I've messed up every now and then here and there. You can take ratchet straps and you can squeeze 2 posts together, bring them in together, ratchet strap them together, and literally pull them towards each other, pull one, pull the other. Or take a crowbar, pry it away from each other. But if you have it concreted in, you can't do that yet. So I always set my trusses first. I get my purlins up, get everything squared. Then I come back and add 1 bag of Saccharete to each post. Because when I pour the concrete floor in here, is when I'm going to really lock all the posts together. So anyhow, that's where we're at. Trusses are up. Purlins are next. We'll be starting on them very soon. That will be in the next video, part 3. We'll do the purlins, and we will do squaring it up. That'll be part of setting the purlins. You get 1 or 2 set in each section, get them all squared up, get everything good and square, start putting our roof metal on, and we'll get it knocked out. But again, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Follow us on this journey we're going to take. Like the videos if you don't mind, and leave us some comments if you have any questions. But we'll see you on the next one. See y'all later.